Welcome to the series where I test out the OSRS Wiki money making guides. I started this series almost a year ago, and since then we've tried out multiple methods even if they're a little silly, such as picking bananas or even flax. If you enjoy these types of videos, then feel free to check out the playlist that I've made for them, and feel free to leave a suggestion down in the comments for a method that you'd like to see tested. With that being said, let's get into the video. So as for today's moneymaker, as you've already seen by reading the title of the video, we will be killing moss giants. Now originally I was going to do a killing bryophyta video, but since we do need to kill moss giants to get keys to even fight that boss, I figured we'd just make a video on killing the moss giants themselves. And after 1 hour, however many keys we have, we'll just use them and see if we get any nice drops. Now as for the gear setup, it's very simple. We're just taking the best stuff that we can take in free-to-play, since we are doing this moneymaker in free-to-play, which is, you know, of course, the rune set. We have the rune plate body, along with all the other counterparts. We have the amulet of power, we have the cape, we have the gloves. Now all of this can be bought from the GE, but we are missing one vital piece, and that is the boots. So now that we have the boots, we are ready to do this moneymaker. In the inventory, as you can see, I do have some runes to cast high alchemy on some of the drops that we'll get, as well as some law and air runes, along with the fire runes, so that we can teleport to Varrock whenever we need to. Besides that, we have the swordfish and some strength potions. Now as for how to get there from Varrock, as you can see here, if we run from the teleport position, we'll just run north over here, and we're going to be going under the manhole, as you can see right there. So we'll go ahead and climb down, and then we'll navigate the maze. Now, of course, there is an easier way to get to the area that we need to go. That is, however, in members, because you need to have the agility shortcut unlocked. So yeah, since we're in free-to-play, we kind of have to do the run all the way around, which kind of sucks, but yeah, hopefully we don't have to run through here too many times. Also, it's important to note that the moss giants that we're killing are the ones that are down here in the Varrock sewers. These are of course in a safe area, but if you really wanted to maximize the amount of keys you can get per hour, definitely do this in members, because you can use the dwarf multi-cannon, and of course also go to the wilderness if you're not afraid of getting PK'd, because the drop for the key is a lot more common from the moss giants that are in the wilderness. But since we are in free-to-play, we'll just be doing it here. Like I said, you can do it in the wilderness, but you are risking stuff, so I'll leave it up to you whether you want to, you know, take a little risk. We actually came down here a couple videos back. I think back when we were doing the red spider eggs videos, the moss giants are actually located right next to those red spider eggs. So yeah, and it's pretty unfortunate. We actually can't cut through this. Finally, there we go. Very unlucky. That hasn't happened in quite some time. But once you cut through that, you can run over here, run past these spiders, and the moss giants are located in this area. And of course, the boss is located in this area right here. But like I said, you do need a key to have access to it. So as you can see, there's a bunch of moss giants over here, and there's a few over here as well. And this is the shortcut that I was talking about right here. This one, you can actually access it through Edgeville. So if you do have membership, definitely go through the Edgeville dungeon area, because it's a lot faster. You can just go through the dungeon right here from the teleport area, run through here, and you're good to go. So as for the method for this moneymaker, all we're doing is simply killing the moss giants. Very straightforward, simply point and click. And not even 2 minutes into the hour, we've already received our first mossy key. I was really worried that we would go the entire 1 hour without seeing a single mossy key, so the fact that we got it very early on was a pretty big weight off my shoulders. The drop rate for the mossy keys here is actually 1 in 150, so they're not that common, so it was pretty lucky of us to get it in under 10 kills. If you go to the Ireworth dungeon, I believe it's 1 in 120 there, and if you go to the wilderness, it is a 1 in 60 drop. So if you really want these keys, the wilderness is the place you want to be. Of course, the wilderness is a PvP zone, so just be careful of that, and don't take anything that you aren't willing to lose. Now something that is important to note is that if you are on a Slayer task for these moss giants, the drop rate is increased even further. In the wilderness, it'll go from 1 in 60 to 1 in 50, and in the Ironworth dungeon, it'll drop all the way down to 1 in 40. So if you get a task for these giants, you can kill them in that dungeon, and yeah, it's safe and it has the best chance of dropping the key. Now when I first started this moneymaker, I did hop over to a skill total world, but there was like 3 or 4 people on that world, so I just picked another random non-skill total world and immediately found one that had no people on it. Eventually some people did join this world, but it really wasn't that big of an issue. I think at one point there were 3 people on this world, including myself, and even with 3 people, I mean, there was still plenty of moss giants to attack. Now of course this does mean that if you are lower combat, because it is multi-combat in this area, someone could take your moss giant kills. Fortunately for us, we are max combat, so there's really no chance of that happening, but yeah, just keep that in mind. One of the plus sides, however, of this place being multi-combat is the fact that if you are in members, you can bring a dwarf multi-cannon to hit all of these moss giants at the same time. Or if you are tanky enough and have high enough stats, you can simply attack all of the moss giants at the same time. That way they're all attacking you, and simply fight back with auto retaliate. That'll allow you to AFK for a little bit, but keep in mind that you are being attacked by multiple at the same time, and you will be taking more damage because of that. Now as for the drop table of these moss giants, there really isn't anything too crazy. As you'll see throughout this 1 hour, we don't really get any amazing drops. But what we're here for is the Mossy Key. That gives us a chance at fighting the moss giant boss known as Bryophyta. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but yeah, that's what we're here for. You have a 1 in 118 chance of getting the essence from the boss, which is worth, I believe, 7 mil right now. So that's essentially your ticket out of free to play. Now, if you were to get all of your kills here, meaning that each key is a 1 in 150 chance, and then you would to kill the boss 118 times to get the item on drop rate, it would take you approximately 17,700 moss giant kills to get the essence. And let's say that you can kill 150 of these guys every hour. That would be over 100 hours, 118 to be exact, to get the essence. So I guess after all that hard work, you'd finally be able to get out of free to play for 14 days. But of course, there's always the chance that you could become lucky and get it on your first kill and get a bond in an hour or 2 hours. Or you could be very unlucky and go extra dry and it'll take you like 200 hours or 300 hours. Once again, the chances of getting the key are extremely unlikely, but even if there wasn't any keys to get, the old me playing in free-to-play would be here anyways, so I do like that they included a free-to-play boss and the fact that you can get a very expensive item in free-to-play. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the loot we got after 1 hour of killing these moss giants, and of course let's go ahead and do our 1 kill with our 1 key. So after 1 hour of killing moss giants here in free-to-play, we did manage to kill 204 for a total price check of 74.8k. Now that is if we picked up all the loot, which we didn't. A good portion of that money is actually from the big bones. So in reality, we didn't really make that much. Yeah, that's pretty much what we made. Although we did pick up some law runes and some air runes and some fire and some natures, but they kind of got mixed in, so I'm not entirely sure how much we made, but it's not much. I don't think I need to look up the mechanics. It's a free-to-play boss. I think we'll be fine. So let's just go in there. Although I do think I need an axe. I think. There is. Okay, cool. Do believe we need to use that on these little dudes. Oh, we equip it maybe? Oh, okay. I see what we're supposed to do. We get them low, and then we use it on them. Got it. I wonder if I even need to do that. Probably not. I could probably just DPS this person, unless they become immune when those guys are out. I honestly don't know the mechanics for this fight. I haven't killed this boss in a very long time. And there we go. Boss killed. Essence dropped. Let's go buy a bond. Well, at least it's an upgrade, right? No essence, unfortunately, but next time we'll definitely get it. Yeah, let's go ahead and high oak that. And just like that, we've essentially doubled our cash stack, so not bad. So if we take into account the money we spent on supplies, it was 5,381 GP. Subtract that from the money we made, which was 34,789 GP. That gives us a grand total profit of 29,408 GP from 1 hour of killing moss giants in free-to-play. Definitely one of the lowest money makers that we've done in this series, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. At least we get some nice XP, right? At least we trained our strength, hit points, and even a little bit of magic. I just want to say thanks for checking out the video, and thank you to all of my channel members, with a special thanks to ACR Beans. Once again, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next episode.